Hey guys, I'm Kerry West and welcome back to my photography channel. Got another sort of blue hour into the nighttime in Denver. I kind of plan to use the Sony 20mm and the Sigma 85, but every time I put that 85 on my camera I just end up sticking with it because it's just so glorious. It's definitely my favorite lens for street photography, especially at night. The compression is just really nice. The wide aperture means you can get really shallow depth of field. Just have a lot of control, plus I like the reach. It's nice to be able to do impromptu portraits, which I actually do one of later in the video. Meeting up with a relatively new acquaintance, another street photographer. His name is Tyrone, call him Ty, and we'll shoot together and have some fun. As always, there's a pug hidden somewhere in this video, and if you're the first one to correctly post the timestamp where it's at, I will show up at your house drunk and demand that you drive me to work every day for 6 months while I cry and vomit in your passenger seat. So anyway, I hope you enjoy the video. We'll go ahead and get started. This was a pretty good start for me. I thought it was kind of funny. It looks like somebody's passed out here. He's just kind of chilling on his phone, but the angle that I decided to shoot, only showing his feet, just kind of made it humorous. Usually the first 20 to 30 minutes are spent taking really bad photos just to kind of get into the flow, but actually today I got pretty lucky a few times with little scenes like this. Initially had their full bodies in the shot, but I cropped it down to just show their feet, and I kind of darkened the right side of the image. I thought it made for some cool, almost off balance gradient. I really like this one. I like the colors, and I like how you can tell he's in a hurry because he didn't even decide to run on the stairs. He ran on the ramp instead. But just the overall feel of it, I warmed it up just a little bit to kind of emphasize those colors. Plus his blue bag adds some nice contrasting colors to the image. Thought this guy fit the scene pretty well, especially since only his upper half of his body is showing, and he just kind of blends in with that background with just his face popping out. Kind of looks contemplative. Initially I felt like I was a little too far away to make this one work, but I actually kind of like how tiny this guy is in the frame, and he's just sort of chilling in this grand train station. Yeah, same here. This was one of the first nights where I'm just like already getting stuff. It's like, oh sweet, Sony man, nice. Man of class. And there's something. Oh, come on, let's focus. This happens far too often, especially when shooting through glass during the day. It's just so hard to focus. I end up using manual, which means I'm sitting there pointing a camera at somebody for way too long. This guy was cool, but he was definitely starting to get a little weirded out.
Huh. That's interesting.
Good, man. How you doing? I think so. I've only been out for a few minutes, but yeah, not bad so far. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Have a good night, buddy. I don't smoke. No, sorry. For a minute, I got confused because I could have sworn I was looking directly into a mirror. This guy stood out when I first saw him. I love it when people wear suits walking around, and his stride just happened to match up perfectly with that light behind him. I thought it looked nice. Got really close to this light here, this red fluorescent light, to use it as sort of a foreground element. I kind of like the result. I wish everybody was doing something a little more interesting, but at least visually speaking, I think it's kind of nice. I've been really trying to get shots like this right as buses are going by, and with an 85 it's really difficult to pick out a face and focus on it, but this almost worked, but the guy's shoulder was kind of covering his face, but in that sense I actually do kind of like the way it turned out. I shot this guy's feet because his shoes were super bright and I was gonna leave it in color, but the yellow was kind of sickly looking in the image, so I turned it black and white and emphasized the white.
That Sony one on my camera, so I'm not really sure.
I almost trashed this one because of how small this guy is in the frame, but with a little cropping and emphasizing the light in Lightroom, I think it was kind of a keeper.
Woo. That's nice. Yeah. I love this place.
I shot this because of the really bright blue light over here. It was kind of a happy accident that this guy was almost looking across the street like he wanted to fight somebody. I was hoping to get a clean silhouette, but all the shots were out of focus until he went around the corner, so the result is some pretty POV trash. I love this spot. I love all the light that pours out of this building. And I always try to get something here, and I still have never really got anything interesting, but I do really like the contrasting colors here. The subject really stands out. This ended up being one of my favorites. There's a lot I really like about this. The stance that they both have and the fact that they're both wearing opposite colored clothes. I like how they're both in the two shafts of light. I did have to kind of darken around everything around them just a little bit though, honestly. It really didn't require that much work.
The girl covered her face and we weren't even holding our cameras up. It's funny.
I really like all the atmosphere on this spot, but this shot sucks balls. I just caught him at like the worst time. I didn't really stick around either, I just kept moving.
Sometimes it's a cool spot.
It's another one of those shots where I could have sworn this old lady was looking at my lens, but I guess by the time I took the photo, she wasn't. But I like this one. I like the bokeh in the background. I warmed it up to give it this gold color.
Boom. It is mechanical, so...
It's a good example of how just shifting just a little bit can really change the photo. I think the second one works a little better because his head is silhouetted against the darker background.
Oh my god.
I was really excited about this at the time because it was just pure luck that we walked by as this guy was walking around in there cleaning, just perfectly silhouetted in the glass. After editing, it didn't turn out quite as good as I thought, but I still really like it.
Oh, I love that, dude. Yeah. That's fantastic. Might have to clean up this shit on the upper floor, but also those guys were 100% smoking heroin on that bench. That's kind of funny too. That's a problem.
Another pure luck shot. I didn't realize it, but at the time, this guy's head was lined up perfectly in the handle to her suitcase.
Oh, that's really cool. That little beam of light, man. That looks great.
really love these stairs and how bright they are, and I really increased the contrast to emphasize the silhouettes, but I think I need to come back and try to find a cleaner composition, maybe camp out there for a while. There's always so many people walking on those stairs that the opportunities would definitely present themselves. I really like the spot, especially with the 85s, because it kind of throws the building out of focus in the background. I just wish she was wearing brighter clothes because she's just kind of a dark blob in the center of the frame. This is the last one that my GoPro was on for. I think it's pretty cool. I love these lonely shots of just massive cityscapes with one person walking through the center, and I kind of cooled off the temp of the photo too to make it even more lonely. Got this one on the way back to the truck after I turned the GoPro off, and I think this one's pretty cool too. I like how he's not actually in the frame, it's only his reflection, and a silhouetted reflection at that. But anyway, that's it for this video. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Please subscribe to this terrible channel so you can laugh at me for every video I make instead of just this one. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one.